Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dissect the documents that big companies have to share with the world. Today, we are diving into Markel Group's latest filing. Will it be a smooth sail or a bumpy ride for this insurance and investment giant? Let's find out if their financials are as solid as their reputation or if there are some hidden cracks in the foundation. This report is from February of 2025, so this is pretty recent information. The main thing we will look at is how Markel Group is changing the pay for one of their top executives, Brian Costanzo, the Chief Financial Officer. Basically, they are tweaking how he gets paid, and that can tell us a lot about what the company values and where they're headed. The people in charge of deciding how much executives get paid, called the Compensation Committee, decided to make a change for the Chief Financial Officer. The CFO is in charge of all the money stuff at the company. Markel Group pays its executives in a few ways. First, there's the regular salary, and then there are extra rewards called incentive compensation. These incentives can be cash bonuses or company stock. Getting paid in stock is important because it means they are now owners, and what's good for the company is now good for them. The company uses something called restricted stock units, or RSUs, as part of the pay package. These RSUs are basically promises of company stock, but with some rules attached. Usually the executive has to stay with the company for a certain amount of time before they actually get the stock. This is a way to make sure the executive stays committed to the company for the long haul. What's changing? Well, the company is increasing the potential amount of stock that the CFO can get relative to his salary. It's going up from 125% of his salary to 175%. Since his base salary is $500,000, this change could mean a pretty big difference in his overall pay depending on how well the company does. This means his bonus could be $875,000. The stock awards are split into two types, one based on how well the company performs and another based on just sticking around or service. The performance-based part depends on how well the company does on certain goals. The service-based part just requires the executive to stay employed at the company. Out of the total stock award, 75% is tied to performance, while the remaining 25% is tied to just staying with the company. That means most of the CFO's potential stock bonus depends on the company hitting its goals. So what are these performance goals? They're based on two things: the company's average operating income, which is how much money the company makes from its main business, and the growth in the company's stock price, also known as total shareholder return. Both are measured over a 5-year period. These goals are based on the 5-year period from 2021 to 25. So it's not just about what happens in 1 year, but how the company performs over the long term. This encourages the CFO to make decisions that benefit the company for years to come. There's also a cliff vesting schedule, which means the executive doesn't get any of the stock right away. They have to wait 3 years before they get it. This is a way to make sure the executive is really committed to the company before they get the full reward. On top of the 3-year wait, there's another rule for the service-based stock awards. The executive has to hold on to the stock for an additional 5 years after they get it. This prevents the executive from immediately selling the stock and potentially encourages them to care about the future of the company. If you want to know more about how Markel Group's stock awards work, the company has shared more details in a previous report from February of 2024. So what does all of this mean? Well, it looks like Markel Group is trying to motivate its CFO to focus on long-term growth and profitability. By tying most of his stock bonus to company performance, they are encouraging him to make decisions that will benefit the company and its shareholders for years to come. The holding period also ensures he has skin in the game. Now, let's step back and take a broader look at Markel Group. Overall, Markel Group seems to be moving in a positive direction. Their focus on rewarding long-term performance suggests they are confident in their future prospects. One potential risk is that the performance goals might be too difficult to achieve. If the company doesn't hit its targets, the CFO might become discouraged, or the performance goals might motivate the CFO to cut corners to meet the goals in a way that hurts the company long-term. From a valuation perspective, Markel Group's stock price is currently trading at a premium compared to some of its competitors. However, this premium may be justified by the company's strong track record and its focus on long-term growth. Based on these factors, a reasonable price range for Markel Group's stock would be between $1,500 and $1,700 per share. In conclusion, I'm leaning slightly bullish on Markel Group. While there are some risks to consider, the company's strong management team, its focus on long-term growth, and its commitment to rewarding performance make it an attractive investment. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like, and comment.